When you watch a video of RuneScape Chronicles, do you want the clips to look like this? Or how about this, where the characters look like ants instead of people? Or God forbid, like this. Just kidding, you can use inventory tags, but you might be put in RuneScape prison by Soup and Shani. Anyway, we want your time in the spotlight to be a good first impression for people that might check out your content. So make sure the screen is as simple as can be. It shows your RuneScape gameplay, that's what it's supposed to do. Vanilla RuneScape without plugins that interfere is a beautiful thing. So don't taint it with ground items, tile markers, inventory tags, player outline, or zooming too far out so we can't even see what's going on. And I'm not trying to just impose my personal preference on things, it really just helps the viewer experience because it keeps things simple and they can clearly understand what's going on the screen without having all these things pop up for them.
Dying on my hard man. Completed.
Now that you've cleared up the plugins on RuneLite, now we can focus on your OBS settings. I recommend using OBS or Open Broadcast Software because it allows you to create MP4s with a lot of different configurations, and you can import these MP4s into every single editing software ever. What I highly recommend is downloading OBS and then download my OBS settings for import, linked in the description below. Once you've downloaded these on your PC, right-click the zipped folder of the OBS settings for import and click Extract All. This creates a new version of the folder that is now unzipped. Now open OBS. On the top of OBS, click the drop-down menu of Scene Collection and select Import. Click the three dots to explore your computer directory and find the unzipped OBS settings for import folder. Select scenecollection.json. Click Open. Now you should have your scenes in the bottom left corner of OBS. On the top of OBS, click the drop-down menu of Profile and select Import. Follow the same process of importing, except using the Profile drop-down to import each profile: 502p resolution, 1080p resolution, and 1440p resolution. Now that you've imported everything you need to import, open RuneLite. Now make sure your profile is set to the 502p resolution and that you go to the fixed mode scene. On the fixed mode scene, we see we have an application audio capture and we have a window capture. Change both of these to the RuneLite client that you have open. You do this by right-clicking, clicking Properties, and then changing the window to the correct RuneLite window. Then click OK. Do this for both the application audio capture and the window capture. Now what you should see on your OBS preview is the RuneLite client. For the scene named Fixed Mode, we are recording in only 502p resolution because that's the maximum quality of the RuneLite client. And it saves a ton of storage space to record like this. I highly recommend it. And when you're editing a video, I really recommend you make a preset in your editing software that helps you scale up the client from the footage you have into 1080p quality. And so you can do this in just a few clicks every time you open up your editing software and import the footage. Now, it may not seem like it when you open up the file, but this is actually recording 2 tracks. Your computer media players, such as Windows Media Player, might only recognize one track and only play that one track when you play the raw file. But when you import the file into your editing timeline, you should see multiple tracks. One of the audio tracks is recording the microphone, and the other audio track is recording the RuneScape sound effects and music that are playing from your RuneLite client. Now, I've set this up this way because I personally prefer it, but if you want to record all system audio, not just RuneLite, go up to File, Settings, Output, click the Recording tab, and checkmark Audio Track 3. Now you'll have 3 audio tracks: your microphone, RuneLite client, and system audio. You can take a look at how these are set up by going back to OBS, right-clicking in your Scene Audio Mixer, select Advanced Audio Properties, and look at which audio signals are going to which tracks. You can customize this how you like, but it should already be set up for you in a really good way, in my opinion. Now, there are 2 more scenes that we haven't discussed yet: Fixed Mode with Webcam and 1440p resolution. Reminder that if you switch to these scenes, you also need to make sure that your profile matches up. Fixed Mode with Webcam, for example, is meant to be matched up with 1080p resolution. So let's click the Fixed Mode with Webcam scene and also change the profile to 1080p resolution. Now, the reason that I added this is because if you're a streamer, you will want to use these settings. You'll want to be scaled up in the recording stage because you don't want your webcam to be in only 502p quality. So that's why I've given this 1080p option as well. Also, if you just have a ton of storage space on your computer, you're not concerned about that, then that's another reason why you might want to record in 1080p quality and won't have to worry about scaling it up in post-production. Now, if you use a webcam, right-click the video capture device, go to Properties, and set it up to be sourcing from your webcam. And lastly, we have the 1440p resolution. Now, you currently don't have the tools on how to use this. This allows me to record my RuneScape gameplay in 1440p quality, effectively tripling the pixel resolution of my gameplay. If you're interested in upgrading the quality of your RuneScape gameplay, become a Grandmaster member of the RuneScape Chronicles website for a video tutorial just like this one on how to achieve that high-res quality. Link is in the description below.